Hey team, how are you? Decided to go live tonight because I've had a lot of you reaching out to me about the same exact subject. And that subject being vendor events. I'm gonna wait a minute and wait for some people to come on because I wanna make sure, I think it'll be really beneficial if you guys are actually watching me live so you can ask questions. Hi Lisa, let's see how good my eyesight is. I wish you could see the contraption I set up with my tripod on a stool, on a cutting board, being balanced on stuff. It's pretty funny. All right, we have 3 people so far. So anyway, let's see, who else? Lauren, hi sweetie. I talked to a few of you about vendor events, but I figured it was important to maybe do a video because maybe some of you, especially the new people, are going, what is this vendor event thing? What is a table? Or maybe you're scared to take the plunge because you're like, I don't have anything to sell. But don't let that shy you away. I will tell you, I remember doing my first vendor event and I had nothing to sell, but it's about the contacts. Because remember guys, you don't truly have a business until you get out of your friends and family circle. Because as much as people love Pampered Chef, there's only so much they're gonna need and buy. So until you do a party, you have a customer who is a 100% complete stranger, meaning no connection whatsoever. You know, you met somewhere, whatever the story is. It is really important for you to get outside of your circle because that's how you will truly, truly know you have a business. If you're doing in-home parties, you walk in someone's house and they're a stranger, that's a good thing. Okay, this one time stranger is not stranger danger. It's a good thing. So I wanted to go over a couple of things and just so I could talk to the masses, okay? So first of all, how do you find a vendor event? Well, right now, they are everywhere. I mean, actually, people have been booking them since August and September. So you need to get on the phone. And first thing you ask is, do you have a Pampered Chef? Because obviously, you know, most places are very conscious of that and they will not book 2 Pampered Chefs. But you have to make sure of that. So that's first of all, they may already have a Pampered Chef. And if it's in like the local area, hopefully it's one of our team members. If for some reason people give you a date and you can't do it, you're gonna, instead of just say, okay, thanks, and hang up, be a good person, it's good karma, pass it on to the team. Say, you know what, we'll take a table, I have a team of 100 people, let us get back to you. Because believe it or not, guys, share the love. Karma, it's a good thing. Okay, so I'm doing a facial mask while watching you. Awesome. Okay, so that's first of all, how to get them. Churches, schools, do that a lot. Look in your local papers. Put it out on Facebook. You know, someone might have been at church and they were asking for vendors. Maybe your school is trying to figure out how to raise money. Suggest it. Because you know what? It's a great fundraiser for these places. You know, you charge $50 a table. And some of them even ask for raffle baskets, you know? So it's a good way to make money. So suggest it and say, hey, I want to be the Pampered Chef. So that's one thing. So first of all, it's getting the vendor event. You know, I was talking to Teresa the other day, and she told me that her cousin or someone owns a salon that she knows and is letting her and 2 other people just set up tables. If you have someone generous enough to just let you do that, that's a beautiful thing. You're in front of the public. That is absolutely amazing, and it's a great way, again, just to get in front of strangers. So now let's talk about what you're going to do. You want to get a table? That's another question you want to ask. Are you providing the table, or am I bringing a table? You don't want to walk in and be surprised and there's no tables there. So again, solidify all the details. Okay, so whether they provide a table or you're bringing the table, if they are providing, know what size it is. You know, you don't have to have one of the fancy Pampered Chef tablecloths. Of course, it looks nice. We have banners, cloths, but I don't want you spending a lot of money to make money. Don't start spending money on your business till you're making money. Really. I mean, otherwise, if you're spending more than you're making, this is a hobby. Okay, so I'm all about making money. If someone wants to lend you a tablecloth, great. Or if you can get it on a swap and sell or eBay for cheap, great. But what's wrong with getting a festive holiday, you know, table? Maybe printing some signs. You know, just be clever and, you know, think outside of the box. Okay, video is increasing. Great, yay. Okay, so now, set up a pretty table. Another thing, if you look through the pictures in this group, when this live video is done, I'm gonna have everybody doing that and maybe tagging ones that are cool so we could push them up. Or maybe if someone would be nice enough to make an album of just vendor pictures, that would be awesome, because I'm always telling everybody go through it. If you guys can make maybe an album that we could share with the team of vendor pictures. I know Stacy has gorgeous tables. A lot of the people on the team have done vendor events and posted their tables for ideas, and you can kind of look in and see and say, oh, that's a great idea. So some things that I have done, I have these great crates that Melissa had given me. They were from Michael's. They were the regular crates, and then she painted them like a really pretty pink. There's been times where I didn't have my crates with me or I needed more levels. You can get a regular cardboard box. Like if you got a rock crock and you have the empty box, get it, and when you lay a tablecloth, lay it over the box, and now you're giving yourself height and levels. So now if you just have this one flat table, now you have a beautiful display. Okay, so let's talk about what are you displaying. So look at what you have. Put out stuff, print out pretty signs. I mean, the company, the graphics online between consultants and the company are gorgeous. Print some of them out. Whether you want to put it in a frame, it looks really pretty. You can get those cheap plastic ones at the dollar store, even pretty frames for $1 at the dollar store. You know, it's all about presentation. You want people to be drawn to your table. You don't want to look like a hot mess. I'm going to show you a couple of ideas of some things that I'll put out. So, you all got this in your kit, right? This thanks for joining us thing, right? I mean, these are really good sometimes for you to give out at your shows, or for people to write their wish lists on the back, and then you get and you see their comments. Maybe they're interested in the business, but I love these at vendor events. You can put it out, put some pens here. I actually have pens with my name on it. Eventually, that's something you might want to invest in. If you have a batter bowl, put the batter bowl out. Put a sign. Enter to win. You don't have to tell them what. Maybe you want to have a little something wrapped up. Nothing crazy. A little something wrapped up to get people for all their information to enter to win. Now sometimes I just put enter to win, or you could be more specific and say enter to win a free cooking show. What is a free cooking show? Well, I'll tell you, as most of you should be doing, is having your hosts buy the ingredients. When I do a free cooking show, I show up with the food and you just bring the people. So think about this, guys. What is it really going to cost you? You're in charge of the menu. You're not letting them pick some, expensive filet mignon, brie cheese menu. You can pick a pizza. How about bruschetta pasta? Bruschetta pasta is my go-to for a free menu because it's cheap, it's pasta. I'm showing off the manual food processor. I'm showing off a rock crock. So it's not going to cost you that much. If someone said to you, oh, I'll do a party for you, but give me 25 bucks. I might do that. So by me investing in the food, it evens it out. Not a bad investment, okay? You're not going to do a ton of stuff because we're not caterers and you're not here to spend a ton of money, okay? So now you want to get their information, okay? And I'm going to tell you a little hint, and I told Teresa this the other day and she was laughing, but I'll tell you it really works, and this has been going on in this business for I don't know how long. I probably learned it from Nancy. Nancy probably learned it from her upline. You're going to get all this information. Have them put it in the batter bowl or whatever you have to put their information. Sometimes you know what I do? People will chat, you make a connection with somebody. When they walk away, I write a note on there so I remember them. Old lady with glasses and green shirt, or, granddaughter going to college. Whatever connected me to her, so I could refer back to it on that phone call. Again, you're building these friendships, okay? This is a people business. We're building relationships. So now they're going to all put their information in here. You're going to go home with a bowl full of contacts. Do you know the next day, don't wait too long, the next day, maybe the day after that, but I would do it the next day, you are going to call every single person. And guess what? Everyone won a free cooking show. Congratulations. And they're happy. They're happy. You might get a couple of people, who are like, oh, I'm not interested. Okay, thank you. Bye. You're going to put their information in your computer and send them your newsletter. You don't know why they're not interested. You don't know why. Maybe they just have a filthy house and they don't want to have you come over. You don't know people's story. Maybe their dog just died. So again, put them in your contacts, add them to your e-newsletter. You don't need their permission. If they want to unsubscribe, they'll go to the bottom and hit unsubscribe. Let me tell you, I am surprised how many people are still in contact with me because of my newsletter. So if you did not opt into your newsletter yet, guys, not a good move. Do it tonight. Again, I'm giving you a little list of homework to do. And if you have questions how to get there, that's something we can go over later, but very important. So again, you're going to get their information. Congratulations, you were my lucky winner of a free cooking show. Now, obviously, if you know the best friend and the mother both filled it out, you know, maybe you only want to call one of them. Maybe you want to have a first prize and a second prize. You won my second place prize. You won the free cooking show. It depends how you want to do it. Now, if you get a voicemail, just say, hi, it's Pampered Chef Karen. And you were actually the winner of my raffle, so call me back to claim your prize. Aren't you going to call back? You know, it's very rare that you don't hear back from them. But again, it's about getting contacts. So for those of you that don't have stuff to sell, even if when you do have stuff to sell, you want contacts. Even if you get one good one at one table that you do a party for, that is going to open up a whole new circle for you. I think back to some of my customers, really good customers. How did I meet them? Maybe they weren't at the vendor fair, but I booked a show and they were at their friend's show, or so on and so on. So again, this is how you're going to build up your team or your customer base in that sense. Okay, so that's that. Now, again, you don't have stuff to sell. It's okay. But you want to do a whole try before you buy. So what I like to do, and you'll see in a lot of pictures that I posted, is I put out the coating trays. Now, if you don't have them, I'm not telling you to run out and buy them. You could use a cutting mat too. Again, just make it look nice and neat. So I like to put out my coating trays and I put little signs in front of them. I'm sorry I don't have any of this stuff. Tomorrow's my husband's birthday. He's out with his friends now. As soon as I'm done with you guys, I gotta wrap gifts, decorate the house. I'm trying to be all nice and cute. So I'm just gonna give you some visual ideas. So now here I have my garlic peeler and slicer. I usually have my garlic press. It's in the dishwasher right now. And now the one's downstairs. I was being lazy. And I ran out of garlic, if you could believe it. I'm going first thing in the morning to buy garlic. I put fresh garlic cloves right here, and I have the garlic peeler and the slicer and the press, and I have a sign that says, you know, got garlic or love garlic? Peel it, press it, slice it, whatever, something fun and visual. And I encourage people to try it, or at least if I get them near my table, I engage them. I'm like, do you love garlic? Remember in Goodfellas, Paulie? And I show them, and it slices out there. Now you have their attention. And now people that are walking by are like, oh, what's that? What is she doing? Have you ever been to something, you know, like Costco or a store that's doing a demonstration, and you're intrigued, right? You're gonna stop and you're gonna watch. You just did a demo. I can't tell you how many people are gonna have this garlic slicer set. Now you just made a sale. You just made a customer. Yes, if you can have some there to sell on the spot, great, but again, I'm not telling you to go out and buy inventory and sell it. That's not what this business is. You know, if it is a local vendor fair and you feel okay doing this, I often, if I'm doing, you know, a local church or a local vendor or a local shop, I might say, listen, I could do free shipping. I can meet up with you. You would have to meet with me. It's not going to ship to your house. I can offer that to you. Sometimes people don't want to pay shipping. Say they just want a $20 item. They don't really want to pay $7 direct shipping. You know, so that's just another idea as well. Again, it's how you want to run your business. This is your business. Another thing I like to have is, you know, the manual food processor. I could talk about it. I could just show how easy it is to chop. But you might want to go a step further and have something there, like maybe a zucchini or something. I don't suggest stinky things like, you know, it's bad enough you're going to smell like garlic. I can't tell you about all the cancel people and the unique people that are like, oh, I smell your garlic. Well, too bad. You know, you might want to have in your back pocket something to make, like an olive tapenade. Again, inexpensive. You could throw a couple of things in there and show how quickly you just made something, like, you know, with the olives, and you can make that really quick. But I'm not telling you to do a full demo, or just have something like a zucchini there just to show how it chops and then how it purees. Not a lot, because you just want to keep a little bit there. So remember, when you do this, bring a bag with you, bring some wipes, bring a paper towel. Be prepared, because again, you know, you don't want to be standing there and now you have like garlic and other vegetable juice hanging all over you. So again, you want to look presentable. But now, you know how many times I've sold a manual food processor from just showing it to people? Look, no battery, no plug. They're like, I need that in my life. So they may have never heard of Pampered Chef before. Now they're intrigued, or they're at least buying one product from you, and now they're interested. The other thing I wanted to say, and again, you know, there's a lot of people who are brand new, but for those of you that have been around, I hope you haven't thrown out your old catalogs. Because to be honest with you, I don't hand out full catalogs at my vendor fairs. I have a lot of old catalogs from other seasons, and I put a little sticker on there, and again, these labels can be found in our files, and it says this, you know, this catalog may be old, something, something, it's got some cute little poem on it, and you could slap those on the catalogs and make sure your information is on everything, because they may walk away with that catalog, they're not going to remember your name, but your information has got to be on there. So when people are just taking catalogs, if they're really interested and they do want the new catalog, you could say, you know, I'm sorry, I don't have the new one, but give me your information and I'll send it to you. So that's kind of like a non-creepy in way to get their information, and also to get rid of your old catalogs, because a lot of people walk past and they just, you know, they take stuff off the table for that awkward like moment and then they throw it out. You know, we paid, this is part of our business, this is part of your investment. So the other product that's a good one is a manual food processor. Again, it's not too heavy. I'm not telling you to bring big heavy stoneware. For display purposes, yeah, you might want to have out a rock, but have something behind it that tells them this is your everything pot. The microwave, the grill, the fridge, the freezer, the broiler. You know, catch their eye if it's just there for a display, because obviously you're not doing a demo with your rock, but get people intrigued. So again, I mean, we have the quick slice. The quick slice is a great quick demo. You know, you could show something really simple on there and show it over and over and over. I've sold a lot of these too, and I don't know how many you know, but like say I put a piece of pepper on here and I slice it. Then you turn them around and you slice it again and you've got diced. You know, people like to see that. They don't know that just from the catalog sometimes. Really just look at what you have and use what you have. Right now, I would love if everybody who's watching could just comment below with a product that you think would work really well at a vendor event. Maybe you're gonna give me an idea, or somebody, you know, they don't have the products I have in front of them, but maybe they're like, oh, what else would be a good idea? You know, something simple, something easy. I've done the spiral and slice as well. I've shown off the veggie spiralizer. You know, these are all things that are very good visuals that you can engage people with. Okay, so Stacy, oh yes, Stacy, thank you so much for showing the brownie pan. Now, I should have brought this out. I have it in my office somewhere. Oh my God, my office is still a disaster for moving in. Okay, so another one, Stacy, the can opener. I knew she would have some good ones. So the brownie pan, I know like all of you have the brownie pan, right? The brownie pan, I actually have it on a stand. Like you can get one of those cute stands that hold the picture frames. Michael's, they're like $3 or something. You stand it up, and in each well, get bright colored little oak tag, or they sell them in the dollar store. They're like little bright things. I don't know what they're called. You know, tags or something. And you put all the uses. Brownie pan, only $20. Make mini pizzas, portion control, kid size. So that's a really, really good thing. And the brownie pan, I sell those at vendor events like hotcakes because it's a $20 exchange. I don't charge tax and shipping. I'm very simple. I like to keep it simple. I like to make people feel that they saw me and they're getting a really good deal. So the brownie pan is kind of like, I sell out of those every single time. That's a really, really good one to show off visually. Thank you, Stacy. And she also mentioned two other ones, the can opener. Now, I'm not asking you to have a ton of cans. Before I go to my vendor fairs, I actually already open a can, I clean it out, and I have it there. And maybe I have a sign or a visual or something, and I show them, look, it doesn't cut me. Feel the top of it. It's smooth edged. So that's another thing. Easy sell. Quick, easy, $20, you know? I did have the kitchen spritzer out, Stacy. See, you said the kitchen spritzer. This is something else I show all the time. And again, I could spray it just, right in here. I'll show it and I'll show them. Are you using Pam? Maybe have the sign that tells them about Pam, how bad it is for them, and how it sprays. And then you release the air. Again, another really quick demo. These are all things that you should be doing, but again, it comes back to engaging people as they walk by. Don't just stand behind your table that you paid for and just, not making eye contact and like this. No, have a smile on your face. If you don't have a Pampered Chef shirt, wear your apron. We're Pampered Chefs. People want to see that. Get out in front of your table. Stop and say to people as they walk by, hi, have you heard of Pampered Chef before? Now, the other question I keep getting, and it's so funny because Stacy just posted this about the raspberry habanero and pineapple rum sauce with cream cheese. Okay, I'm 50-50 on food demos, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, there's allergies, and maybe my husband has instilled this in my head, but he's like, you can get sued, what if someone gets sick? So I kind of shy away personally on the food thing. And the other thing too is I feel like sometimes people just hang out at my table because they're hungry and they're just sitting there eating my bread, and then I'm watching old ladies like double dip and I get all freaked out. And then I do a lot of vendor fairs at schools with kids, so I don't want to deal with that. I have shied away from doing food demos personally. Maybe if it's a more intimate setting and you know more people or something, I've done a quick olive tapenade and I'll put some crackers out. Have I demoed the raspberry habanero and the spicy pineapple rum sauce? Absolutely. I've done that over cream cheese. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you need to be doing this at all of your parties, because at $12 a bottle, $12.50 now, they're great reorders. I get tons of customers who reorder that like every month from me. So, that is something I suggest more at the party. But again, depending on your comfortableness and what, you could be doing that at your vendor events. That is an option. I've done one. I did one at like my sister-in-law's cafe, and I did a food spread. I did the bread, and I told them how I made it in my deep covered baker, and I had the dipping oils. So that's really nice. But again, it's not about the food, it's about the products, and I'm there to sell my products. Now, granted, I have a lot of inventory, but I do get a lot of orders as well. So any way we can make a customer and a sale is something that you want. So again, I'm going to come over and I want to look, maybe there was some more questions. A lot of places don't let you bring food. Yeah, Melinda, a lot of places don't let you bring food. Oh, the food chopper. Yeah, Stacy, that's another great one. The food chopper. Whatever you're showing, you can explain the difference between the two. The food chopper is a staple with Pampered Chef, and you'll get a lot of people saying, oh, I have that. And it's great to demo really quick. It's not messy. It's another great one to demo. Thank you, Stacy. I knew what you were talking about, the good chopper. It is a good chopper. Let's see. How do you get my inventory? That's a great question, Carly, because you're pretty brand new. Well, I'm doing this for 4 years. And first of all, once you hit directorship, let me tell everybody about this amazing bonus. When you become a director, you get sent all the new products for every season for free. And then on top of that, we also have the option to earn them. So every season, I get 2 sets of all the new products. Now, I do have this new beautiful kitchen, that this is partially why I moved, because I needed more room, but I can't keep everything and I can't have everything, especially 2 sets of everything. So I use my inventory as host giveaways. To me, that is a great carrot to dangle in front of people. Hey, if you book this date, and it's about being specific, not just book a party with me and I'll give you this. No, these are the 5 dates I have. If you take one of these dates, I'm going to give you something and make it worth value. So that's one way I get inventory. The other way I have accumulated a lot of inventory is submitting my own parties. Again, once you build a bigger customer base, you're going to get people calling you and saying, hey, I need a pizza stone. Hey, I need a roasting pan. Why not put that in as a party? If it's $200 minimum or more. And there's been different ways that I've had parties and contests and mystery host things, and I put it in one of my kids' name, my husband's name. Who gets the freebies? I do. So what do I order? That's what I order. The brownie pan, the garlic peelers, the manual food processors at half price. And guess where that cash goes? right in my pocket. And I usually do a lot of vendor events around this time, and that's my Christmas money. So it's pretty awesome that I have no credit cards during the holidays. I pay everything in cash, and I go, thank you, Pampered Chef. You know, it's a really good feeling to be able to do that. So again, anytime you can accumulate stuff. Now in the beginning when you first start out, you want the whole catalog. So you're working towards getting that, and I understand that. But with time, you can build it up, you know. So what else? What else? So that's really how I built up most of it. If you do a fundraiser and you want to give your commission, and instead of doing it through the company, that's another way. You know, I just did a $1,300 fundraiser, and you know, you can get that inventory for yourself that you can then turn around and sell to make back what you donated. So it's all ways of kind of working the system and stuff. Let's see. The make and take mason jar and the water bottle. Yeah, those are some new products that I'll probably, for the first time this season, be showing off. You know, I have that water bottle with me everywhere I go. I don't even think about it because it's going to be with me with my fruit in it, and it's definitely a conversation starter. The make and take I'll probably have a sign for. Again, these are things that I think have really nice graphics. So that is definitely something you could do. I want to talk really quick about the price, because some of these places try to take advantage, especially in New York. I can tell you that. You know, if a table is $100 or more, it has to really be worth it to me, and I have taken risks, but you know, it has to pay off. You know, I try not to go over $50 for my tables, to be honest with you. Have I done $7,500 tables? Yes, but under the right circumstances. Have I been burned and I've done stuff that I paid a lot for and I didn't kind of make it back? No, but if you get one really good party and a really nice group of customers, yeah, but you can't guarantee that. So just be careful, and if you guys have any question, if you're thinking of booking something, ask me, ask one of the other leaders, because we might know the people. There are some people out there who are like scam artists, and they're events suck. One lady, Patricia something, I don't know if you guys know the name who's watching. I know Stacy might know, or Georgette, I think maybe, but she's like a whack job. You don't want to do anything with her. You know, just ask, just say, you know, is this a good opportunity? But if there's ones out there, $25, $30, guys, invest in yourself. I'm telling you, like, I'm the first one to be cheap and say, you know, this is a business, be smart with your money, but that's a great idea. Bruno, Patricia Bruno. Thank you, Stacy. I knew you would know. All right, is there signs on files in the group? Yes. Signs, no. I don't know about signs, but if you look at the pictures, you can see signs that we've made. And again, if anybody is crafty like that and you guys are making signs, please share with us. Like, this is a sharing group, and you know, we're not in competition with each other. The more we help, it's amazing karma, and it will all be good for all of us. All right, hold on. Look, I lean over, my boobs are falling out. Teresa said, you gave me a great idea the other day. Thanks for going live with it too. I second Erica's question about signs. Yeah. I don't think there's anything. Like the labels that I told you about on the old catalogs, there is a file for that. I think they're called old catalogs or labels or something like that. Again, guys, when we get off of this live, I would love for you to, you know, just go through the pictures. And if you see something, I think anybody can make an album, or is it just admins? I don't know. Maybe we can clarify that, but maybe just tag the pictures now. You could tag it with my name and just bring it to the top so like we all can see it now, because we are in vendor season. And again, I feel like there's so many of you right now who are going to be trying this for the first time. Put yourself out there. You know, it's scary. That I remember that first vendor event being petrified and not knowing what the hell I was doing. But with each one, I got better and I got a groove and I brought the right stuff. And I'm trying to save you a little bit of a headache learning. And again, if you have any questions about anything, you know, myself or any of the other leaders who are experienced with vendor events are happy to talk to it about with you, because honestly, it is a really, really, really amazing way to get out of your circle. Like this year, I am booking myself for events that I haven't done before. I'm kind of trying new neighborhoods and calling schools and neighborhoods that I don't know, because it never hurts to get out of your circle. And those ones that I did last year that I'm not doing this year, I'm opening it up to you guys if you want them. So, you know, let's all kind of just work and make some money this season. All right, Mary has a question. Oh, Karen, you're awesome. Oh, stop, all of us. Couldn't see or hear a lot of it, but I'm gonna go back and play. Anytime. Listen, I'm here to help you guys. I know this is something a lot of people have been asking. I'm more than happy to give my experience and my advice. You know, if I could save you from a mistake and have you show up, even as something as stupid as bringing a garbage bag and like wipes. I remember like having all this like juice and like working with onions, bringing onions, even the garlic, you know. So I appreciate that, and I'm happy. If there are any other subjects that are weighing on you guys that you're just unsure of, please tell me, because I'm happy to then go live and I can reach the masses. And then if you need more one-on-one, feel free and call me. You know, this week I spoke to a bunch of you. You know, I put it out there, guys. I'm home today, I'm cleaning, call me. You know, I know maybe you work during the day. The night is a little bit harder for me, but here I am tonight. It's 8 o'clock at night, you know. So yeah, that works. Make sure you are sitting behind the table. You're not sitting behind, exactly, Stacy. I said that. Get out and meet people, talk to people. Mini catalogs are great. Just anything with your information. And the other thing, oh, this is another good tip. You're gonna meet the other vendors, and they're gonna wind up either ordering from you, being a great customer, or one day even joining your team, believe it or not. I've had people approach me and say, oh my goodness, everybody was buying from you. Everyone was so interested in your table. The wheels are turning. You know, that perfectly posh chick that was sitting there and sold no hand creams, you know, she winds up briefly doing Pampered Chef. She's not on the team anymore. But again, it was just the connection because she was sitting and watching. But I realize now why she didn't do so well. But anyway, that's another story for another time. Take all of their cards and guess what? Put them in your contacts. There's nothing wrong with it, guys. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, they may want to buy from you or they may want to join your team one of these days. Yes, that's how I got my parties from the other workers. Yeah, you know what? I've been to vendor events that were kind of dead. And we were all like, oh, oh. And instead of sitting there just being miserable, talk to the other vendors. Exactly. You know, they might want to do a party swap, which I've been asked before. And to be honest with you, I really don't like to do. I think Pampered Chef can sell itself. But I have done co-parties with people. I'm actually doing one on Saturday with a really good friend of mine who does rhododendron fields because he's having a hard time with his business. And you know what? It's just going to be a fun night. It's a friend that I haven't seen in a while to get together with him. And if he can make some contacts and I can make some contacts so we could just have a good time, you never know. So put yourself out there. That's really it. So don't be scared. Pick up the phone. Think of all the churches and the schools around you. I put a post out before, guys, asking what vendor events you were already booked for, because I would hate if, like, I'm going to waste my time now knowing that you're already booked for, I don't know, you know, St. Clair's, and now I'm going to go and call them. It's easier if maybe we all know what each other are booked for to save ourselves some phone calls. And again, if you have to cancel or you can't do an event, please share it with the team, okay? Let's show our love. That's really it, guys. If you have no other questions, I'm going to go and decorate my house for my husband's 40th, and then I'm going to take my butt to bed. And that's it. So I hope this was helpful, and if you have any other questions or tips, please leave them on this string here so people could go back and watch it and look again, and I'll check in again on any other questions. And that's it. You know, good luck this holiday season. This is a great time for you to make money. You know, we all spend extra money during this season, so I would love to know that this business has helped you in some way. All right, guys, have a beautiful night. Thank you for joining me. All right, I gotta get a remote. Do they sell a remote for this thing? I don't know. Do they?